Welcome back, children. We are continuing the video recording of sample paper question, sample paper of class 10 science, particularly here involved. Here we included biology. There are five questions I am going to discuss with you today. The eighth one: name two mammalian gametes. How are these different from each other? Name the types of reproduction they are involved in and write the advantage of this type of reproduction. First one, name two mammalian gametes. Two mammalian gametes we can say sperm and egg. Sperm is the male gamete which contain two types of chromosome X and Y. Okay, there are two types of sperms: sperm with X chromosome and sperm with Y chromosome. And they are motile because of they have a tail and they have mitochondria in the middle piece, and hence the sperms can move. But the egg is larger in size, circular or larger in size, and they are non-motile. Circular or non-motile. At the same time, the sperms, you can see the sperms are motile. Sperms are motile and smaller, whereas egg is non-motile and bigger in size. Okay, that is the point you have to remember. Okay, now how are these different from each other? Okay, there are many differences. I told you the sperms movable or motile, and the egg is non-motile. The sperm, with mitochondria for providing energy, whereas the egg is without mitochondria, so that they do not move. They are spherical. The egg is spherical in structure, and the sperm is lean and thin and filamentous. The sperm has tail, but the egg doesn't have a tail. Okay, right. Now name the types of reproduction they are involved in. How are they formed? They are formed by meiosis. So sexual reproduction is characterized by meiosis, during which the gametes like sperm and egg are formed. So that is meiosis. Write the advantage of this type of reproduction. During this sexual reproduction, the variations develop. Why variations develop? We have already discussed about it. During meiosis, the crossing over and the gene recombination takes place. It involves the fusion of the mothers and fathers, or males and females, DNA or genes. So these male and female genes recombine together and form the progeny. So we can understand that in that angle, the variations can develop at the same time in each individual's case as well. During the meiosis, the recombination, genetic recombination takes place as a result. We can see that the variations develop. Okay, you have studied the variations develop due to minor inaccuracies during cell division. Here cell division is meiosis. These variations are the raw material for evolution. That is the significance of this. And not only the variations enable the species survival in the changing environmental conditions. That is it. Okay. Now, ninth question: why is ozone layer a cause of concern? Ozone layer is the layer which is found in the stratosphere, that is around 50 km away from the Earth's surface. And this ozone is made up of 3 oxygen atoms, triatomic oxygen, O3, and that acts as the ozone layer or ozone umbrella and prevent the harmful ultraviolet radiations coming from the sun. If ozone layer is damaged or destroyed due to chlorofluorocarbon chemicals, the UV radiations directly come to the earth, and these UV radiations can cause many harmful effects on the organisms. In humans, it causes the ultraviolet radiations, UV radiations, particularly UVC radiations, cause skin cancer, cataract. Then you can also say, the glaciers melt, ice belt melt and flood and drought cause. The chloroplast or chlorophyll in the plants will be destroyed. Productivity in plants reduces, and lot of harmful effect develop in the organism. So the ozone layer really protect and prevent the UV radiations coming from the sun and protecting the organisms. If ozone layer is not there, then you can imagine the organisms will develop this type of problems. Okay, right. Now, 10th question: list two natural ecosystems. What are the common biotic components in it? Two natural ecosystems, you can say pond and river, grassland and river, natural ecosystem. Okay, in all these ecosystems we can see producers and consumers are common in all the ecosystems. Okay, producers and consumers. Producers will be more in number. In general level, the producers, which are the green plants or green organisms, so green organisms like green plants as well as blue-green algae, they are larger in number. So always the producers are largest in number, whereas the consumers are only secondary or second in largest. Okay, got it. Now 11th question: write the importance of sexual reproduction and write to importance of such a reproduction nature. Okay, I have already discussed about it. The importance of sexual reproduction is that in sexual reproduction involve the fusion of the male and female gamete. The male gamete and female gamete separately carry the DNA or genetic material from two individuals, and they recombine, and the recombination results in variation in offsprings. And not only that, during this fertilization of the male and female gamete, the correct number of chromosomes is maintained in the organism. So, in sexually reproducing organism, the sexual reproduction establishes the right number of chromosomes in the individual. So, the sexual reproduction maintains the chromosomal similarity, re-establish the chromosome number in all the organism. Okay, right? Now, what is the importance in the nature? In the nature, because of sexual reproduction, variation creates the organisms or a species or organism involved or included in a species appear similar from the organisms of other species. So, each species have identity. This morphological and genetical identity is due to the sexual reproduction. That helps in the identification, nomenclature and classification of organisms. Otherwise, if sexual reproduction is not there, then what would happen? All the organisms in the nature appear same. Okay, right. And also the sexual reproduction maintains the continuity of species, generation after generation. Now, what is placenta mentioned? Two functions of it. I already told you placenta is the functional junction which is formed by the chorionic villi of the fetal side and what is called uterine tissues from the mother's side, and this acts as a disc-like structure which is a special tissue through which various substances move into the fetus and from the fetus into the mother's blood. Okay, that's